Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.
What's going on, people? Welcome back to another great episode of the Mark and Will Show. Of course, you got your favorite two hosts of the most, Mark and Will. What's up, my brother?
What is going down today, baby? Always, man.
We got a guest with us today, brother. Who we got with us today, brother?
Man, we got Mr. Charles Tilley in the house.
What up?
Big time, big
What up?
time. Been waiting.
L's regardless.
Always. And been waiting for this because I'm gonna tell you, Tilley, the whole thing about us with 502, we trying to connect as many people to resources, things that not only that, like, we sports and stuff like that, but we want to make sure that everybody knows what's out there for their children, for the adults, everybody, grandmama, granddaddy, whatever. We entertain, but we still like to give back and see what's going down. And so when I saw that you is running your thing, baby boy, hey, we gonna hit it. We definitely gonna hit it. And
That's what's up, man. I appreciate y'all having me.
always. And I'm gonna tell you what, let them know real quick, because as we have went through and had, like stuff posted on Instagram, Twitter, and everything, let them know. Basically, all I want right now is what you do for a living right now, and what you doing for the community for these kids right now.
Right. Well, man, I partner with my boy Tim Barnett, man, and he runs Focus Basketball Academy. So, yeah, so he's big time in the basketball community here in Louisville, and we wanted to put together some sports agility, speed, agility, quickness. Can y'all hear me good?
Oh, we can.
Good.
Yeah. You can turn yours down a little bit. If you're in a little echo, just turn yours down a little bit, and you be fine. You go good. We can hear you. We hear you fine. We hear you fine. You good?
Okay. Yeah, so we wanted to put together a little training program to help kids increase their speed, agility, and quickness. A lot of parents put their kids in sports at a young age, and man, they have a hard time hopping on one foot. You know what I'm saying? So, I seen that when I was coaching in youth sports, and I just kind of felt like that was the target area that I wanted to focus on kids and the overall fitness and even nutrition and all that kind of stuff. So we want to kind of make it holistic, you know what I'm saying, and build the kids holistically, not just physically, but also mentally and emotionally. You know what I'm saying?
No, that's great.
So yeah. So that's why I started UCU, and it stands for You Control You. You know what I'm saying? You see you. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of what it is. You're not happy with yourself. You're not happy with how you look. You know what I'm saying? Well, you have the power and the control to do something about it. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of really what we are.
So right there, you gave the whole the goodie bag. Not all the goodie bag, but we're gonna backtrack. We're gonna backtrack. For everybody, how you got to that level. Like, tell us your sports background. What little leagues you started? What sports you played? All that. We want to know all that. What led you up to that, brother?
Yep. So growing up, I grew up in the West End, Parkland area, Parkland Boys and Girls Club. So I dabbed in basketball, football, softball, everything that was available for us. Was really always an athlete. Didn't really play varsity sports. My daddy wasn't kind of into that. You know what I'm saying? But so sports was always that dream I had that I couldn't really kind of accomplish as a young person, which kind of leads me all the way up to what I do now. But when I got married at a young age, had kids at a young age,
Mm-hmm.
so I just went straight into the real world. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But at the same time, where that could be like a negative thing for a lot of people, for me, it was kind of positive because I got a chance to really observe kids and watch them and listen to them and see how they act. I can see the ones that were the type A type, the leaders, and I could see the
Sure.
followers, and I could see how they interacted with each other and stuff like that. So, once I had, my daughters and stuff. First, I had daughters, so I'm still a sports guy. So we worked on basketball. We outside running. We
Hold on, Tilly.
outside.
Tilly. I ain't gonna
Yeah,
let you steal my stuff because I got something special that I want you to talk about that. Because I see things, I know things. I know I met you a long time ago. So we ain't even gonna get to that right now. Okay. So let's leave up. So you little league and everything else. So in middle school and high school, what sports did you play and what school did you go to?
So I went to Westport Middle School.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't play, right? I didn't play. My daddy, it just wasn't he wasn't in the cards. But I played in the neighborhood.
That's
I played
right.
in the hood. You know what I'm
That's
saying? I
right.
was at the truck stop. I was at Wyandotte. I was at
Yeah.
Victory Park. I was everywhere around. You know what I'm saying? I ventured out to Seneca once we got whips and we could drive. You know what I'm saying? But I did all that kind of stuff. I went to Wagner High School,
Oh,
NOW. You know what I'm saying?
is that how you
So
met Tim? Is that how you met Tim?
that's why I met Tim. You know what I'm saying? We both graduated in '92. Tim's different. Tim was the ball player. He's the star player.
Hey,
Football,
he
basketball.
get us
I
in.
was an athlete.
He get us in at
Yeah,
mail.
man.
So yes, sir.
Yeah, Tim's an athlete, dog.
Hey,
Tim, he can go. He can go. So like that was my passion. It just wasn't in my cards. My daddy was a hard worker. He started working when he was in sixth grade.
okay.
So he was about. Man, when I was in seventh grade, I was working. I probably had more money than a lot of kids in seventh grade because I was cutting grass. You know what I'm saying? I was
Had
cutting
to.
grass in the summer, raking leaves in the fall and shoveling snow in the winter. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I did. And but my outlet, I had a neighbor. It was my best friend Ron Ron, and his daddy's name was Ronald Mitchell, and he coached for the Packers. He coached for the Parkland Jets for a long time. And then he coached for the Packers for a long time before he passed away. But that was my next door neighbor, man. So he was kind of my outlet to really teaching me how to play a lot of different, basic softball. I was playing men's league softball, when I was a teenager. You know what I'm saying? So he kind of saved me a little bit and was really able to give me that background and that structure in football and basketball. I could go. I
Okay.
was fast. I could
Okay.
run 4-3. You know what I'm saying? Like I was an athlete.
All
I
right.
just didn't have. It just wasn't in my cards to do it. You know what I'm saying?
I
So I
understand.
always kind of thought
So
maybe it was
Tilly,
my thing.
so little league and all this kind of stuff, and basically home structure, uh, and all this kind of stuff, basically work ethic that was taught as an early age, without
Yep.
doubt, help build character and stuff like that. So as
Sir.
as you're going through high school and all this kind of stuff, did you go to college or did you just was you working?
And I went straight into the workforce. You
Workforce.
know what I'm
Okay.
saying? I got
So
I got married when I was 19, and she already had a couple kids. So
okay.
I was daddy right
Yeah,
off
yeah.
top. You know,
Stability,
and
baby.
that's
Yeah,
smooth.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like that was life experiences that a lot of people. Like I said, I
Big
don't
time.
I don't wish that. I don't tell nobody, hey, go get kids at 19. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, those were experiences that I had that helped me
Yes.
to where I am today. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying?
So
Yeah, yeah.
so as you go through this life experience and you've been through the work, you and I are like the same age. I graduated 92 at Male, all that kind of stuff. So my thing is,
Yep.
what and when did you decide, you know what, I want to do this? I want to train youth and all this kind of stuff. Like, what all of a sudden made you?
Yeah. So, I kind of got my daughters in basketball and cheerleading and soccer and stuff like that when they was little. But when I had my son, man, when I first took him out to try out for basketball, and I saw the volunteer dad that was there, and I said, nah, man, I don't think dude can coach my son. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think he really knows what he's doing. But, he's a volunteer, right? So
Yeah.
I ain't knocking him. I just didn't think that was the best thing for me. You know what I'm saying? So I got into coaching youth sports then. Football, basketball. I coached for Highview Mustangs for a long time. We went undefeated several years. Won championships at Trinity. You know what I'm saying? Like, we balled out, right? Then I went I started coaching rec basketball. Same thing. Saw the little volunteer dad. You know what I'm saying? I was like, nah, man, I'm gonna have to go on and swoop in and do it. So got in the rec ball. And then that's when Tim, when my son was about second grade, Tim hollered at me, said, "Hey, man, I got this AAU program on Focus, man. I want you to bring your son." And at that time, man, I thought to myself, I was like, I'm thinking old school AAU, like when DA and them was
Yeah.
hooping and when
Yeah.
Tim them was hooping and Jason Osborne and
Yeah.
Dewan Wheat. So I'm thinking, okay, now AAU, you gotta be at the top of your game, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, my son ain't ready yet, right? So I work with him a little bit more. The next year, Tim hollers at me again. Hey man, bring your son up here. You know. So then I came up here. He gave me my first little AAU coaching job. You know, and we we was pretty successful. You know what I'm saying? We did our thing. I kind of moved on a little bit. Um, Went to another program. Won the national championship in fourth grade. I
Okay.
know if people be
Okay.
like,
Yeah, you
fourth
got
grade,
you got to throw that
you
out
know,
there.
yeah, everybody ain't won no national championship, so I gotta throw it out there, what I'm saying? My
Yeah.
qualifications.
Yeah.
Um, and so, I really kind of got into really thinking about um, how I could, I took those kids and I made sure that those kids were in the best shape. You know what I'm saying? I made sure that they just not the basketball skill. There was other coaches that really kind of dug in and did that for them. You know what I'm saying? But I got them together physically. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I really started kind of, and in football as well. I just really kind of started getting that training aspect of it going.
Okay.
So that was, that's kind of where I started off at in the youth sports like that.
So the great thing about this whole situation is that, like, so all this stuff is building. All this stuff is like this growing, like it's formulating as a work ethic person, a business person that you are. Things is forming for you, and all of a sudden
Right.
it clicked. Like, I want to go ahead and train the youth. Hold on. Let me ask you this real quick, because I had several people ask me already, because I got people like, can he train me? I said, well, hold on, hold. So we're gonna do everything, but real quick,
Yeah.
what do
Yeah.
you who and what's the ages that you train? Let's get that right.
Okay. So it's funny that you asked that. But I started off with the so right now it's second through I got second through seventh grade or second through sixth grade, and then I do seventh and eighth,
Okay.
or second through seventh grade, and then I do eighth through 12. Right, so I got the kids together, right. So those are the grades, the levels that I do. But I'm about to start my adult training in April. Yeah,
And that's
you know
who
what
was
I'm saying.
hitting me. Hey,
Yeah,
Philly, that's
yeah.
who was hitting
So
me. And I'm like,
yeah,
okay, okay,
yeah.
okay, okay.
April
So,
April 5th. April 5th, Monday, April 5th is the first day for it. I'm gonna be rolling out some more information on that. But and the reason why I'm expanding it to adults is because a lot of people kind of hit me up, and they're like, man, that looks like that's fun. It looks like, it's gonna get somebody in shape, right? And I think that the going to the gym and lifting weights is cool. That's good. but that can be redundant sometimes, right? And you can kind of not really get what you want to get
Check
out of
out.
it.
You check out
But
on that.
yeah, but you know, my environment is fun. We have fun. I got the music going. You know what I'm saying? We laughing and we talking and we cracking up, but at the same time we working, and they don't even know how hard they working because they having fun. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? So I said, I'm like, adults should be doing this. You know what I'm saying? Like we get old because we stop doing useful stuff.
True.
You feel me?
That's
Like
word.
that's why
That's word.
we work. We got to, you know,
Yeah.
life just
Yeah.
kind of bogs us down. You know what I'm
You're
saying? And I
right.
said, nah, man, you know, like, cause I did it, right? So I had 2 hip replacements,
I
right?
saw
I
that. I
had 2
saw
of
that.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And somebody said, man, you too young to have a hip replacement. I'm like, nah, I'm young enough to enjoy the
Yeah.
hip replacements. You feel me? So
Yeah.
I'm able to get back. I'm able to get back. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I'm back doing my thing. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like if I did it myself, that it's gonna be great and a good time for adults to do the same thing, and then they can get back out in the yard with their kids and play with their kids,
Great stuff.
and you know what I'm saying, to have some
Yeah.
fun, and then grandkids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm 47. You know what I'm
Yeah. Yeah.
saying? But I can
Yeah.
get
Yeah.
out
We
there
same age.
and
Yeah.
enjoy
Yeah.
it.
So hey
Yeah,
Tim, hey Tilly. So as you
yeah,
went through this, and I'm sorry, Mark, you trump in anytime. You know I run my mouth.
yeah,
You know me with the
yeah,
mic in front of my, you know, and everybody knows it. Everybody knows we'll just keep going. So, bro, anytime you
TV
got
show.
something, you just go ahead and get it. But I got so when you got with Tim and everything else, when did you decide like for instance, you're gonna know people because the thing about it is we have a lot of adults and I hope we're gonna have some youth people who's watching this, you know, my nephews, everybody, you know what I'm saying? Everybody,
Right,
you know what I'm saying,
right.
into the sports because
The
we haven't
rough
even
and
hit
geek.
we haven't even hit the tip of the iceberg on some of this stuff that I do want to hit real quick. But my thing is this,
Right.
so once you went ahead and decided, hey, this is what I want to do, you know, and all this kind of stuff. So how long have you been doing this?
Okay.
I saw a big achievement that you posted as far as the training thing. So it's certified. So give everybody
Yeah,
a
yeah,
background on like why you can do this besides
right.
that wantness of doing it.
Yeah. So you know, I've always been into my body. You know what I'm saying? Like I've always been a dude that um that tried to eat pretty decent. You know what I'm saying? About I've been a vegetarian now for 2 years.
Oh wow.
So that's kind of really helped with my diet. And it's not a specific diet, but it's just, you know, my eating habits. You know what I'm saying? But what really made me want to make it official is because it's my passion, right? It's what I enjoy doing. It's like when I come here, I'm not working. You know what I mean? I'm having a ball. And you know what I'm saying? So I got to a point to where I feel like sometimes adults give up on their dreams, right? And my dream, I always wish I could hoop at a high level. I always or play football at a high level, and I couldn't do that. So I now my dream is helping helping young people
Good stuff.
achieve their goals. And you know what I'm saying? And I think that some of the things we're missing, some of the things that our youth is missing is the physical aspect of being in top physical condition. You know what I'm saying? Like we got some hoopers
Oh yeah.
out here,
Yeah.
right? But but their physical shape, they're not in top physical shape. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it 100. I ain't gonna hold no punches right now.
Please
Like some
don't do
of
it
them,
on our
you know what I'm
shit.
saying? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Some of them could be at a different level of play if they just focused on training their bodies. You know what I'm saying? And then I really like to focus on that mind. You know what I'm saying? And the emotions, right?
Sir.
Because
Yes,
because
sir.
those things are overlooked. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you can get in your head, and I've seen kids tap out. You know what I'm saying, from mental and emotional exhaustion. You know what I'm saying? So that's the reason why I really love this job. I love taking somebody from point A and then seeing the progress. And my method gets quick results. You know, a lot of people like to say it's a marathon, not a sprint. Well, I feel like if you can sprint to the front of the line and do everything you can to stay there, then you got a leg up on everybody. That's how I feel.
Yeah.
So I want to sprint.
Okay.
I want to sprint and then have
Hey,
some stamina to keep it going. You
hey,
know what I'm
your ass is greedy.
saying? I want it now, dog. I want it
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
That's
And
what
you
I'm
now. Yes,
know,
sir.
and
Yes, sir.
the thing about it, like what you covered, because look, so everybody knows real quick. I want you to let them know, like basically, you already did age. You do females.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yes,
I had
because
daughters first.
oh
I
yeah,
had
yeah,
daughters
yeah,
first.
exactly. So I want everybody to know this is not this a male dominant development. Point
Nope.
blank.
Nope. Nope. As a matter of fact, I feel like I used to say, I'm gonna train you. I'm not gonna train you like a girl. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna train you like a boy. And my daughter was like, "Stop saying that, Daddy. Girl, females don't like that. We
Yeah.
don't like to be
Yeah.
it out like that, right?" And because I love my daughters and they really help me understand their point of view and where they're coming from. And I feel like that females can do anything that a man can do, anything,
Point blank.
right?
Point blank.
And it's all about the training and the direction that they get put in. It's like I was talking to a ding ding. I was talking to a young lady the other day, and I told her that I wanted her to start playing at the rim. I wanted to get her playing at the rim, and then I said the reason why you don't see a lot of females dunk is because they don't work on it
Thank you. Thank you.
to jump like
Thank
that.
you. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They just don't. So I want to train them to get some hops, to get those bunnies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And if you do that, that you got to train them, dog. You got to train them the same way. I don't want to hear like I'm no like I remember my daughter went in the house like one time I try to treat her the same way that I treated my son because I would, man, he'd be outside and I tell him he got to hit 10 free throws in a row. He get to 8 and miss and he crying, right? I'm like, nah, man, you can't go outside, you can't go in until you hit these
Yeah.
10, right?
Yeah.
You can't do it. Man, I tried to do my daughter like that with soccer. She was like 10 years old, man. She ran in the house and slammed the door on me, right? I
Yeah.
was like, oh, so I didn't know how to take that, you know what I'm saying? Should I get mad or what's up with this? Right? So I had to figure out that like they think differently. I'm gonna tell you, they really think they're sharper than we are in a lot of different
No,
ways, man.
they
I'm gonna tell
are.
you right now.
Mhm.
So she's really my daughter Brianna. She really helped me understand how to get through the emotional side, right, of it. Because we always say the females are emotional. They're not emotional. They just not taking a lot of extra bull from nobody. You know
And,
what I'm saying? They just
and,
ain't
and
really
also,
doing it.
let me interact. And then, and at a point that, especially, see, you just hit it because women are passionate. You know what I'm saying?
Passionate.
They
Yep.
care about that shit. That's why I always say,
Yep.
like, my father and my mother blessed my family baby to go to games and stuff. But the biggest tickets that season tickets they ever blessed us with were the University of Women, Louisville women basketball. Because when you see
Right.
the fundamentals and everything, I mean that right there, you don't see that on the men. You know
Mhm.
what I'm saying? You don't see that.
You
That
don't.
right there. So no, you absolutely right. You absolutely right, bro.
Yeah. Men tend to use their athleticism. They focus more on their athleticism, and unfortunately, a lot of coaches in their in the youth leagues allow them to just use their athleticism, right?
Mhm.
Because they don't want to be hard on them, or they don't want them to get mad and go to another and something like whatever. But I'm a attention to detail type person. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're doing something wrong, I'm gonna let you know you're doing something wrong. Like we're not gonna just keep working on it wrong. You know
Yes.
what I'm saying? They say practice make perfect. No, practice make permanent.
Yeah,
So if you work on it wrong, you're
yeah.
gonna permanently do it wrong.
So
You feel
Tilly,
me? So
so
yep.
look, check this out real quick. So walk us through because actually, Mark and we gonna want to come to the place and see you doing your shit.
Yeah.
I mean, that's without a doubt. You already know that, brother. You already know.
Yeah,
But can you
got
like
to. You
for people who are trying to find a trainer, a development, someone they can trust? Could you walk them through this like this a average day? And I know it ain't an average day, but a day with your toolage.
Yep. So, we gonna come in, right? And we're gonna do what I call active stretching, right? So we're not gonna sit on the floor and bend down and touch your toes and do all that. We're gonna get moving. Like we're gonna do some extended lunges and stretches and really get your hips open and then get your heart rate going so you're ready to participate in an athletic sport, or a workout. You know what I'm saying? So we're gonna come in and we're gonna spend about 15 minutes getting your body primed and ready to go. Each muscle group, your calves and your quads, and you know what I'm saying, and getting your heart rate up, breaking the sweat before we ever work out. You'd be surprised how many people are almost ready to tap out after the first 10 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Like so,
I saw
you
that on
know,
the football field, and
right, right. Yeah. So we're gonna come in and we're gonna get warmed up. We're gonna hop on one foot. We're gonna work on some balance stuff. We're gonna do some high knees. And when I say high knees, I mean high knees. We're
yeah,
cranking your knees, we're getting your arms pumping, we're doing all those things, right? And then, then we're gonna work on some steppers. And I got some little steppers and stuff. And we're getting our little speed and agility going. And then we're gonna run into we're gonna do some ab work and we're gonna do all the core stuff because like your core is it's probably the most important thing for the rest of your muscles. Like you strengthen that core, all the other muscles in your body start to feed off of that. And that's where so I'm real big on that. I'm real big on the quad development. You know what I'm saying? Your quads and your hamstrings and stuff like that. Running backwards, being able to get your body moving in different directions and changing directions quickly. You know what I'm saying? And here's the main thing that I focus on. A lot of things that I do, like I see a lot of people that train that don't really take care of the athlete's body when they're training them. Like if you jump, you should be sitting down into that landing. And when I say sitting down, I mean bending those knees, as you come down and putting all the pressure into your quads, which is the strongest muscle, right? So I'm paying attention to that. Like you see my shirt, it says every step, and at the bottom it says every rep. You know what I'm saying? Because
yeah.
I'm gonna focus on every single step. I keep my classes to a 15 maximum so that I can get around to everybody and I can see what everybody's doing. So it's really like a personal trainer in a group setting.
Okay,
You see what I'm saying?
okay.
So it's and then sometimes I break them up into groups, and this group is doing a little Vertimax resistant training, and this group is working with the weighted balls. This group over here is working on their first step explosion, of how to take off correctly and how to push off on your, when you push off and you start. And I work on equal body, right? So everything that you do on the left side you got to be able to do on the right side and vice versa. You know what I'm saying? If you shooting the left, if you right-handed, you normally jump off your left foot, right? Well, you should be able to go. One of my problems when I was young was I got to high school and it was an uh-oh moment because I couldn't really dribble with my left that good, right? And I
Yeah,
was like, uh-oh.
yeah, yeah.
they
Yes,
like
sir.
they like they're like force them left. You know what I'm saying? You know, so I've always made sure that as I train kids, I want you to be able to go both ways equally. You know what I'm saying? So I work on everything on each side equally until you do it balanced and you're balanced and you're just as explosive going to the right or to the left, either
Tilly.
way.
So Tilly, I so being that, you know what I'm saying, I already know that, like, what your children do, most of them, you know, the kind of stuff. So as a person who wants to, and we're gonna hit them, I'm gonna let you shine on them because they need to be shine on. But as say if I got a, I know that, say I know Tilley, you know, soccer, basketball, the kind of stuff like that. And I'm not saying you don't have this in your group. You probably do, but I'm saying, so I got a son who wants to play football. He wants to get quick feet and all that kind of stuff. So, and I understand,
Yep.
I know you do drills, basketball, everything. How can you take care of him?
Right. So football was always really like my passion. I always felt like if you took a football player and they played basketball and they trained basketball, they're going to bring a certain skill set that basketball players going and playing football might not have.
True.
Football players are going to be more aggressive, more physical,
Yeah.
right? A
Yeah.
little bit, a little bit more mean, you know what I'm saying? And so the footwork and all that kind of stuff is still the same. It's still the same. It's still you're still cutting and changing directions. You're still backpedaling or running backwards, twisting those hips, getting your, you know what I'm saying, getting your body turned around. You're still doing all of those things. And I train them to be an athlete,
Okay.
not to be a specific sports player.
Cool.
You see what I'm saying?
Cool.
So sometimes I'm hitting you with the bag. You know what I'm saying? I don't care what sport you play, unless you play tennis or golf or something.
It's
It's
something different.
physicality
Yeah.
in it. You know what I'm saying? So we gonna be physical, and we're gonna, I'm gonna pop you with the bag, and you
Okay.
gotta stay on the speed ladder, the agility ladder, and you gotta keep your direction where you're going, your path. You know what I'm saying? So I train everybody. We go out in the summertime and we hit the hill and we're
Okay.
working on the hill and we're getting doing hill drills. You know what I'm saying? So we do all that kind of stuff. So football, basketball, soccer. I've had some tennis players come up in there. I've had some volleyball players come up in here.
I'm
So I'm gonna
talking about.
work on your vertical,
That's what
all
I'm
that
talking
stuff. Yeah.
about.
So
That's
I
what I'm
train
talking
you to
about.
be an athlete,
That's what I'm
not
talking.
That's good.
a
So,
person.
so,
Yep.
so tell everybody. So you already got, you got the adult thing coming, and I know once that comes down, you know, we'll post that, everything. We'll talk about that, all the kind of stuff.
Yep.
Tell everybody real quick, because I got some other shit real quick before we go leave the show. But tell everybody how they can contact you, and give them prices if you feel like it, whatever. Let them
Yep.
know how, you know,
Yep.
what's the deal. Let them know the deal.
Yep. So we up at Focus in the upstairs. So that was where Tim was already had a vision of what he wanted to do with the upstairs above his gym, right?
Hold
And
on real quick.
so
Tell it. Hold on. Tell
yeah,
Tim I ain't forgot about him. I'm gonna have his ass on the show. I talked to Tim. We was talking
yeah,
about, you know what I'm saying,
yeah,
Wagner and all that shit.
yeah,
Coach
yeah,
Wolf, Alonzo,
yeah,
all that. So tell him I ain't forgot about him. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
yeah.
I had to let
That's
get
what's
that
up. Nah. So we're down at 2041 River Road,
Okay.
at the Focus Gym that's been here, almost 15 years, you know what I'm saying? So most people know where it's at. Um, uh, and you can reach me. My number, I don't mind giving it out, 502-994-9095.
Yeah.
You can reach me on Instagram, UCU underscore LLC. It's the same thing, Twitter, UCU underscore LLC. I'm on Facebook, UCU. You pop it in, you're gonna see it because I'm
We
always all over
and the
social
Marketing
media, you know what I'm
Wheel
saying?
Show will definitely make sure all his contact information is available on our
Yes,
page
sir.
and everything also. So this
Yes,
right
sir.
here,
So
as go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
so here's the great thing, because I know that everybody has a lot going on financially in their households, right? And you got your kid in basketball, you got them in football, you got them in sport and soccer, all that stuff, baseball, all that stuff costs money, right? So what I said is I want to make this affordable for everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I took the price. It's $100 a month for a subscription. It's 8 sessions. It's two sessions per week. It ends up being $12.50 per session.
Mm.
So some people tell me, hey, Tilley, your prices are too low. And I'm like, yeah, but look, man, I'm a family guy. I know how much AAU costs. I
Mm,
know how much these traveling soccer teams cost and
yeah.
traveling baseball teams cost. I know that, right? So, and then when you have multiple siblings, you know what I'm saying? Now it starts to really add up. So I do this one because it's really a passion. You know what I'm saying? It's my passion, right? So I would rather have 100 kids
Yes, sir.
in here
Yes,
and
sir.
charge premium, you know what I'm saying, for a few kids.
Yes,
I
sir.
want to make everybody better because I didn't get a chance to do it as a young person. And I know that that's a deficiency that we're missing is people really paying attention to their bodies and developing their bodies to be an athlete. So it's very affordable. You can go to www.focusbasketball.com and sign up under the UCU training subscription.
Let me ask you this real quick.
Yep.
Shit pops in my head all the time. I know Mark probably gets pissed at it because it always does. But so as you training them, and you training these kids, and it's gonna be adults. Do you offer maybe like also like a nutrition thing for them maybe, or do you kind of help with that too? Because some of these people get stuck and they kind of,
Hmm.
you know.
Yep. So with my adult program, I got I'm a certified personal trainer,
Mhm.
um, and certified nutritionist, right? So
Sure.
I wanted to make sure that I really knew what I was talking about, and I wanted people to know that I don't just do this as a freelancer. I really know what I'm doing, and I really know what I'm talking about. And like I said, I'm a vegetarian, and I don't push that on the people because when you say that to people, people are like, "Oh man, where you get your protein? Or what do you eat?" Yeah, I eat grass, man. That's what I eat grass, man. I just go outside and but but now, but now, man, so I kind of leave it more of if somebody asks me,
Okay.
then I offer it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't push it because people get offended by it and
Hey,
oh, well,
Philly,
steaks are
Philly,
good. Well, steaks are good.
real
But
quick. My sister, she said, "Do you train women?" He's gonna have an adult class in April, so we're gonna have all that contact. But this,
yeah.
now
Starting April the 5th, Monday, April the 5th. I'll be on Mondays and Wednesdays.
we're gonna have all that information for everybody because this is a great resource.
Yes.
Philly's a great guy and
Yep.
everything. But before we wrap this out, this is the highlight that I wanted to talk about.
Yep.
Like family life, your children, and I have not been privileged to meet your daughters, but I have met your son, and I remember when he was a little tot and all this kind of stuff.
Yep.
And he's at my alma mater bowling. But I want you to
Right.
talk about
Right.
the
Right.
daughters first. Go down and all this kind of shit. I want you to talk about the ladies first, and then hit my dog next. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying?
Yep.
Please, and,
Yep.
and your wife who's there, let everybody know because that's the thing about it. Like we all about family. Mark and I, we all about family.
Right.
So definitely, please,
Yep.
floor is yours.
Like I said, man, as they when they was young, man. I mean, I'm just talking about, my wife is big of a part of their success as mine. You know what I'm saying? Like it was many days where before Kyron got on the bus,
Mhm.
she's out there throwing football back and forth with him. You know what I'm saying? Um, being his rebounder while he's shooting free throws. You know what I'm saying? This is why he's waiting on the bus. If it's raining or cold outside, they're throwing the ball down the hallway to each other and stuff. I mean, so she was a really big part of that development too. The same thing with my daughter. She's kicking the soccer ball to her and throwing it to her. You know what I'm saying? So she was really big on that. Um, my daughter right now, I got an older daughter, man. She's in nursing school right now. And
Uh, and I'm gonna say
she's
this: it's up to you. You can say the name or whatever, man. This is your time
oh yeah. Yeah, I got
to go
you.
ahead
Yeah, I
and
got
do your
my
family, baby. This is what we about.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Got you. My daughter Chelsea, she's in nursing school right now.
That's right. Good
She
shit.
she, has, she has, I got my grandson. She gave me my first little grandson. You know what I'm saying? she does it. She's doing her thing, man. She was my first. And she was my savior. I'll tell you that right now. Like I was off in the streets, right? And if it wasn't for her, like having her, because I just wanted to make sure that once I had her, man, I had to be a daddy. You know what I'm saying? I had to be a good father and be a provider. You know what I'm saying? And take care of her. My parents always took care of me. I didn't really want for anything. I always had a roof over my head. Never, you know what I'm saying? I never had a utility cut off. I can't, none of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? But when I moved out, I got a little rough. You know what I'm saying? So, my oldest daughter is my savior, my firstborn, and I love her for that. And so my middle daughter Brianna, she's 18. She's a freshman at Center College. And she's super smart, man, super smart. 30 ACT. You know what I'm saying? Like she's super smart.
Big boy
But
style.
yeah.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Yes, sir.
So education is huge for me. You know what I'm
Huge.
saying? Here's the thing. Like I remember one time my son Kyron brought a C home, right? He brought a C home, and he just thought he was gonna be in the worst trouble, right? But he normally was all A's and B's, right? So he brought this C home, and I just told him, I said, look, son, I said, who's the best basketball player on your team? He kind of thought for a second. He said, me. I said, okay. Who's the best football player on your team? He said, me. I said, all right, so who's the smartest kid in your class? Man, he named off like 4 different people right before he ever said his name. So I'm like, okay, so you're competitive in sports, but you're not competitive in the classroom.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Big
I put
time.
it to him like that. I put it to him like that. I'm like, man, you got to compete in the classroom too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so I'm big on education, but
Have to
so
be.
she's down and she's doing it. She's down at
Is she
center,
playing? Is
and
that the soccer player? Is she the soccer player?
that's the soccer player.
Okay.
That's the soccer player. So she, like I told you, she slammed the door on me one time when she was 10 years old. So she just played because it was fun, and they were gonna play something.
Yeah.
That's how I felt. It was gonna be
Active.
something.
Be
You
active.
had to get out and do
You
something.
gotta be
You know what I'm
active.
saying? So yeah, you gotta be active. So she stuck with soccer. They both played soccer at first. Kyron and Brianna, and Kyron chose to go to the basketball side. But Brianna, she played soccer, and then probably about her sophomore year is when she said, "Daddy, I think I really want to do this seriously. Like think I want to play in college."
What
And
high
I
school did
said,
you go
"Well."
to? What high school did you go to?
She went to Mail. She graduated from Mail
Hold
last
on.
year.
Wait a minute. What?
Yeah. Class of 2020. She was class of 2020. She was class of 2020. Yeah. So yeah, man. So they so she said she wanted to play for real. She wanted to be serious. So I said, all right, well then are you ready to put some extra work into it? And she said, yeah. And we had some tough times at first because I'm kind of tough. Like I'm a detail oriented guy. Like you got to do it right. I want you to do it right, and we're gonna keep doing it until you get it. You know what I'm saying? So she stepped it up. She went to played at a higher level at the Premier League in travel soccer, and then she played for Yale as well. And then the center coach had kind of been talking. She went to the camp a few times. She went like 3 times all through high school, and he was really interested in her. And she always planned on picking a college for academics.
Yeah.
We always
Real
we
quick.
wanted to shoot for scholarship.
Real quick. For people who don't know, because Center they was on me. You know what I'm saying, for football and all this kind of stuff like that. Their academics is bar none.
Yeah, yeah. They call it the Harvard of the South.
Yeah,
So
that's legit, big time. So
yeah,
salute
yeah.
her for real, for
So
real.
so she doing her thing there. So she's a freshman this year, man, and she's getting some clock. as a freshman, she's
Okay.
getting some clock. She's not getting as much as she's used to getting,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I had to remind her that she was a freshman again, right? I was like, you're not the big dog no more. You
Yeah.
out there playing with 19, 20, 21 year olds. You know what I'm saying? You still a baby. You know what I mean? So she's getting some clock. She's doing all right. She's probably one of the fastest ones on the team. She's strong. She's aggressive. You know what I'm saying? And she's really smart. So she knows where she's supposed to be, when she's supposed to be there. So that's my I always call her my superstar, man, because she's funny.
Man, hey,
She's a
that's a
great
mid,
entertainer.
that's the middle child, man. My daddy loved
Yeah,
my
yeah,
sister Dion, Robert and Daniel's
yeah,
mama. He loved me, he loved
yeah,
Cindy the same, but the middle child is little superstars. But go ahead, bro.
yeah,
Keep
yeah.
going. Keep
So,
going.
that's my superstar, and then my big guy, call him my big guy, right? That's my son Kyron.
Boy done grown.
He,
Boy done grown.
yeah, he ain't as little no more as he used to be.
Hey,
But he's a sophomore at Male right now.
hold on, man.
He plays for
You know I gotta hit this.
yeah, but so he's a hard worker, man, and he puts the time in. He's always put the time in on his body. I'm talking about if he do take his shirt off, he makes a lot of people kind of jealous. You
Put your
know what I'm
shit,
saying?
put your
Like,
shit back on. Put your shit back.
yeah, dude is ripped, and he's been
Yeah,
ripped for forever, right?
yeah.
But he puts that time in, man, and it was funny, man, because I kind of got the people like people used to think that I was like real hard on them, and like I always had them working, and I had them doing this, and I was like, actually, that's just our culture in my household. Like
That's what
it's
we
just fun.
do. That's what we
Yeah,
do.
that's
Yeah,
kind
yeah, yeah,
of like you
yeah,
and your father. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying?
yeah. Hell
Like
yeah. That's
you,
what we do.
that's just what you do,
Yeah,
right? It was fun. Anything with a ball was just fun for him.
yeah.
So when he said that he wanted to really take it serious. Then I'm like, all right, well, I'm just gonna make sure. I was gonna make sure that I was gonna support him in whatever in reaching his dreams, because
Yeah.
I didn't have that. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to make sure and that's for all my kids. I wanted to make sure that I supported them in whatever they did. And because I did have to work hard in my life and I had that hard work ethic, I know as an adult that you got to put that extra time and energy into it. You know what I'm saying? And so did I lead him in that direction? Absolutely. I led him in it, and I made sure that he got the training. But like I said, I didn't play in high school, right? So there were some vocabulary things that I didn't really know. I couldn't talk to him, right? So that's when I started. He got in sixth grade. I turned him over to other people to
Okay.
really train
Okay.
and to really develop him as far as basketball, because I knew my limitations. You
Okay.
know what I'm saying? As far
Well,
as that.
and, and,
Now,
I,
when I was younger,
and I'm gonna tell
uh,
you this, and you hit a point, and this is a great point, and this is like, and first of all, I'm not gonna like you're still gonna be talking about it because I watch and listen. Like Mark and I have a show coming out, a high school show. It's
mhm,
called Legacy. It's the
yeah.
male and PRP. So male with the
Okay.
PRP.
Yeah,
So
they smacked PRP this year though. They smacked them pretty
ah,
good.
Marky
Yeah,
it was at their
smacked them
place. It
pretty
was at their place too. It was at their place. It was at their place.
good.
But
And
but my
Kyrie dropped the dub on them,
he went ape shit.
Yeah, he
Yeah,
dropped
he
the
went
dub on them.
he went ape shit. But the crazy thing is to me, man, the crazy thing to me is like so as a father who has a student athlete, you done had it with your daughters and stuff like that. You like this is nothing new, but
Right.
so I forgot what middle school did he go to?
He
Cal-
went to JCTMS.
Oh, he went to.
JCTMS.
Oh, hold on,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, he's a traditional. They traditional kids. Yeah. Yeah,
Pipeline, pipeline,
they
pipeline,
from
pipeline,
after the JCTMS. Yeah.
pipeline.
Yeah.
But you know what?
Yeah.
The thing about it is because first of all, if anybody watch this show, y'all know how we rep Mayor, we rep PRP, and I rep Coach Tim like a motherfucker. I'm sorry, my angers, and that's how I do. I'm Bulldog all the way
Yeah.
through. I'm Bulldog. And that sophomore class is wicked. That class is
Yeah.
wicked.
Yeah, you got Caleb Glenn,
Yeah.
Demetrius White. You know, what I'm saying? You got Kyron. You got some. I mean, you got some other kids coming, even some freshmen coming up. But that 2023 class, even the whole state, in the whole
Yeah,
state
yeah,
actually,
yeah,
the whole
yeah.
state.
It's
You know what I'm saying?
wicked.
It's some dogs out. It's some dogs out there, man. And they've been battling out. Just real quick on the JCTMS, they also won that 7th grade state championship too.
Okay.
The JCTMS, you know what I'm saying? They probably would have repeated, but he played up at male. So, Coach Hayward said, hey, come on and get him on in the program, you know what I'm saying?
Hey,
So
Coach Tim gonna do what he gotta do, baby. Coach,
yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna keep it 100 real quick before we wrap this up, because we gotta do bird's eye view. And Charles is gonna be on this with us for a little bit too. But look, check this out. Coach Tim is doing shit basically what the football team is doing. Has done. You that dude? Come on, dog. I need you right now.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? He's like
right.
doing that. That's why I love
Yeah,
Coach Tim. Coach Tim is gonna
yeah,
be on the show, the mail show,
yeah,
all this kind of shit. Hey, bro, for real, for
yeah,
real. This is how it's gonna be.
yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you something real
He's
quick.
building.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he's Coach Hayward is building he's trying to build like a dynasty. Like, right, he just don't want to have one good season.
That's right.
He's trying to reach back and keep. Hey, listen, man, this guy, this guy, his wife is a great wife. I'm gonna tell you this right now, because in the off season,
I like
this
saying.
guy is going all over the country watching his players play AAU.
Yeah, he does.
I don't see no other head coaches out there doing that, right? So I don't see that. So I have to say, when I first saw that happening, he's a real dude. So he's going to see the 7th graders that's on their way coming in. He's going to see the 8th graders that's on their way coming in. You know what I'm saying? And then he's going to see the 9th grade and the 10th grade and the 11th. Like, he's going all over the country, man, seeing his players. And he really, for me, I think he really cares about them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he still has to be the basketball coach.
Yeah.
But Hayward's a good dude though, man.
Before we wrap this up, and I'm glad you
So
you end this with Tim, and you said it, and I would say this because when my nephews and stuff was playing football at Male and all this kind of stuff, and I walked through the line with my Detroit after my father died and all this kind of stuff, and he's asking, man, he's like, hey, you Detroit guy, you know what I'm saying, that kind of stuff. And I tell him, you know what I'm saying, say, hey man, nah, my dad, you know what I'm saying, he was in Detroit, you know what I'm saying. He said my father was too and all this stuff. And so when I started, like when Mark and I was started really rocking and rolling, doing what we gotta do, and he's looking at the stuff, and I did like a picture of my dad at Mayo. He was a legend at Mayo. You know what I'm saying? He's in the hall.
yeah,
He's in the
yeah,
record books. And Coach Tim was like, dude,
yeah,
how come, let's go to lunch. Let's talk about this. Like, he's that
yeah,
real dude. Like, I've hit Coach
yeah,
Tim and said, hey, man, I got to have you on the show. He said, let me know when. He's a 100.
yeah.
And
He
look,
is, man.
and the AD is a happy birthday to you. And don't get me wrong, and I would
Yeah,
say this,
yeah,
I'm 47 like you. Have been through a lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Have been through that. I'm in the record books. I'm all dictionary, all this. My father's all this. But they don't know us, you see what I'm saying? So it's easy to go and do this.
right.
But as this show has done its due, as far as we eat PR, we feature PRP and mail, and so I hit them and let them know, hey, I'm not just your average dude. I rep male. I rep who I do. You know what I'm saying? But I would say this:
Right.
after AD supports us, Coach Tim. You know what I'm saying? And we're working on some other coaches. Don't worry about it, baby. We're working on it. We're working on it without a doubt. But I would say this:
Yeah,
I'm so proud of you and what you have done. I remember conversations with you at the barbershop, other stuff like that. I knew you was a
yes,
real,
sir.
real dude, real man. And all you doing is showing that. and you giving back to the community. You doing what you got to do, baby boy. And say this. Mark and I always we'll after the show we sit and talk. We talk about family and all this kind of stuff. Mark's got got several sons. He got ones at PRP. The other ones get ready to come up, and all this kind of stuff. So like this. So my nephews, my baby girl, all this kind of stuff. Like we always trying to see what's gonna make 502 better and what resources that we can give back. And that's one thing I told Mark. I said, hey, man, I got to get Tilley on here. He's doing his thing. And this wasn't even about, like, the kids. I'm looking at, like, what you did. And then all of a sudden, when I said, because I was in the barbershop. Cameron was sitting there playing the video games, quiet and shit. Bird talking about, hey, he's this and that. I'm like, man, okay, whatever. But I'm going to tell you what, man. Salute to you and what you do and what you continue to do. Hey man, this is what the Mark and Will show's about, man. Point
Yes,
blank.
Sir, I like it.
Blank.
I mean, we never talked about the holdbacks. The holdbacks, man.
Yeah.
The holdbacks. The AA crazy, but no, I just.
But hold on. Hey, Tilley. But real quick. This ain't gonna be the last time you on the show, brother. You good. We did all that. But you gotta think. But hold on. You gotta think, like, we gonna do bird's eye view, and I know you're gonna join us, but real quick, I'm never gonna put you, because I know you have a student athlete. I'm never gonna put you in a situation on that, because we know how people hate. And he's great. But we're never, Mark and Will's not a got you moment. See what I'm saying? Yeah. People think like, we talk shit because we can talk shit. We'll never put a student athlete's parents caught in any kind of shit because we want everybody to eat.
Right. That's what's up.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Hey, man, and what y'all doing, man? I sit back and I went back and looked at all the old videos and everything, and man, I always tune in every once in a while. Y'all know y'all see me pop on and watch you for a while. But man, I love what y'all doing, man. And I can tell that I know it's your passion anyway. It's what y'all, your family. It's what y'all do, right?
Yeah.
So it's your passion, and y'all do a good job, man. And y'all keep it 100, and that's what I like. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all not on ESPN or whatever like that. So y'all can really keep it real.
Yes.
Y'all can keep it 100. Really talk like we talk, right?
Yeah.
We talk in the barbershop. Y'all can really do that.
That's what it is.
So I love that part. I love that part about y'all, man. So y'all keep doing what y'all doing, man. And and I see some big things for this show, man. I think y'all can really do some things because y'all real, and real people always tend to find themselves being successful and making it in whatever they choose to do. So that's what's up. I appreciate y'all having me.
Hey, thank you. Look, check us out. Another banger. Y'all know how we do it. And stay tuned because we're going to have a monster bird's eye view right after this.
It's 8 p.m. Let's get it. Mark and Will, yeah. Mark and Will, yeah. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Monday through Friday, player. Watch it while you on the go. It's the Mark and Will Show. It's the Mark and Will Show. Catch them at 8 p.m. They gon' tell you what they know.